All right, so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to cut a piece of drywall and then come back, throw a coat of mud on the drywall, and then we're gonna skim coat the rest of the ceiling to make it look like it was never there. Stay tuned. So this first step, you wanna measure A to B, or length, and then width, and then go down and cut your sheet of drywall. Always cut on the back side of a sheet of drywall so you can fold it over and then cut. And I'll show you how that's done. Okay, so I got the piece of drywall cut that matches the space up there. So remember when I said don't throw away that circle piece? Well, this is where you're gonna need it. You're gonna need the circle piece. You want the drywall upside down, so you're measuring properly. And then you're gonna wanna measure the center of your circle, which is gonna be about 8.5. And then you're gonna wanna do it the other way from the edge to hit your center, which is about 9 3/4. So you're gonna wanna transpose that to 9 3/4 there, and obviously 8.5 there. And then you'll find your ideal center mark, which we'll go ahead and draw the circle. Okay, so as you can see, I went ahead and drew the circle using our piece and our measurement based off of where it was at on the top. So now I'm gonna actually take it down to my basement, because that's where I do the drywall cutting to make a mess. And I'm gonna use a jab saw after I puncture a hole through the middle and then cut out the circle. And you can go a little bit, this is tight around the loop. So I would come out a little more circle, because you have your halo trim kit that's gonna cover that. So you can go a little wider than the actual line just to be safe. And that way you don't have to do it 100 times to cut the circle. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll put it up, show you how it mounts on, and then we'll take a drill and we'll put some drywall screws in it. And before I go ahead and screw her up, you'll see it's not a bad cut. Center's cut. So I'll go ahead and put the screws in. Remember, you can only do the screws along the edge here. And if you come over here, the edge here. So here's not gonna be any screws. It's all gonna be tape and mud. All right, stay tuned. Okay, and that is it, screwed into place without the trim kit. So now I can go ahead and tape and mud. Okay, so the mud, you go ahead and put a wet coat on all the cracks. And then what I'm gonna do is come back with tape down here. We'll cut the tape, we'll layer it where all the cracks would have been, and we'll include that one too. And then we'll go ahead and put a thick coat of mud over the tape. And then we're gonna eventually feather it out from the circle, so you can't even tell new piece of drywall's in. So I'll come back and show you after we do that. Okay, and there you have it. I put a skim coat on, and then I went ahead and put drywall tape up there. Put another coat on top, and we're gonna let that dry. Then I'm gonna go around with another coat. And then after that, we will sand what we need to, which will be probably very minimal. And then skim coat the rest. Then seal and paint to finish. All right, went through with a skim coat. As you can see, the ceiling is pretty flat. Tomorrow I'll go back and I'll add a coat of paint. Another skim coat probably. And it'll be good as flat. So there's a square. You can see it roughly there, over there, over there. But by morning, and then another skim coat before I paint, it'll be perfect. And that's how you mud. It's time consuming and a lot of sanding later on. Other than that, that's it. Stay tuned for the trim. I'm gonna add trim going around the rest of the kitchen, and it'll look pretty nice. Thank you for watching.